Have you ever wondered how ramen is made? This beloved noodle dish has become a global sensation, captivating taste buds across cultures and continents. In this comprehensive exploration, we'll delve into the intricate process of ramen production, from the sourcing of raw materials to the final packaging and distribution. Join us on this fascinating journey through the world of manufacturing, where we'll uncover the secrets behind this iconic comfort food. The creation of this snack begins with the careful selection and sourcing of high-quality raw materials. The primary ingredients for ramen are wheat flour, water, salt, and kansui, an alkaline mineral water that gives the strings their distinctive yellow color and springy texture. The wheat used in production is typically a hard wheat variety, chosen for its high protein content, which contributes to the noodle's characteristic chewiness. Wheat farmers in regions known for their exceptional grain quality, such as the prairies of North America or the vast wheat fields of Australia, cultivate the crop with meticulous care. The wheat is harvested using state-of-the-art combine harvesters, which can process up to 25 tons of wheat per hour during peak harvest season. Once harvested, the wheat undergoes a rigorous inspection process to ensure only the finest grains make it into production. Skilled grain inspectors use both visual assessments and advanced technology to evaluate the wheat's quality. They look for factors such as kernel size, shape, and color, as well as protein content and moisture levels. The selected wheat is then transported to milling facilities, where it is transformed into the flour that will form the foundation of the noodles. The milling process is a marvel of modern engineering, with massive steel rollers crushing the wheat kernels into increasingly fine particles. The wheat first passes through a series of sieves to remove any remaining impurities or foreign objects. It then undergoes a complex series of grinding and sifting stages, each designed to separate the endosperm, the starchy part of the grain, from the bran and germ. This process results in refined flour with the ideal protein content and texture for ramen noodle production. The flour is then stored in massive silos, each capable of holding up to 1,000 tons of flour, awaiting the next stage of the making process. Water, another crucial ingredient in production, is sourced from local supplies but undergoes extensive purification to ensure it meets the exacting standards required for high quality. The water is filtered through a series of increasingly fine membranes, removing any impurities or contaminants that could affect the taste or texture of the final product. Some manufacturers even employ reverse osmosis systems to achieve the purest possible water for their noodles. Salt, while a simple ingredient, plays a vital role in production. It not only enhances the flavor of the noodles but also strengthens the gluten network, contributing to the noodle's signature texture. The salt used in production is typically a fine-grained variety, chosen for its ability to dissolve quickly and evenly throughout the dough. Many manufacturers source their salt from ancient underground deposits or solar evaporation ponds, ensuring a pure and consistent product. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. The final key ingredient in ramen noodle production is kansui, a solution of potassium carbonate and sodium carbonate. This alkaline mixture is what sets it apart from other types of noodles, giving them their distinctive yellow hue and firm, elastic texture. Kansui is carefully formulated to achieve the perfect balance of alkalinity, with some manufacturers even creating their proprietary blends to achieve a unique flavor and texture profile for their snacks. With all the raw materials sourced and prepared, the production process can begin in earnest. The first step is to combine the ingredients to create the noodle dough. In large-scale ramen factories, this is accomplished using massive industrial mixers capable of handling hundreds of kilograms of ingredients at a time. The flour is first added to the mixing bowl, followed by a precise measure of salt. The kansui solution is then slowly incorporated, along with purified water, to create a cohesive dough. The mixing process is critical to achieving the perfect ramen noodle texture. The dough is kneaded vigorously, often for 30 minutes or more, to develop the gluten network that gives the snack its characteristic chewiness. During this process, the dough transforms from a loose, floury mass into a smooth, elastic ball. The temperature of the dough is carefully monitored throughout the mixing process, as excessive heat can negatively impact the final product's texture and flavor. Once the dough has reached the desired consistency, it moves on to the next stage of production, sheeting and cutting. The dough is first passed through a series of rollers that gradually compress it into thin sheets. This process aligns the gluten strands in the dough, contributing to the noodle's signature springy texture. The sheets are then folded and re-rolled multiple times, further developing the gluten structure and ensuring a uniform thickness throughout. When the dough sheets have reached the perfect thickness, typically around 2 millimeters, they are ready to be cut into noodles. This is accomplished using specialized cutting machines equipped with razor-sharp blades that slice the dough sheets into long, thin strands. The width of the strings can vary depending on the specific style of ramen being produced, with some varieties featuring strings as thin as 1 millimeter and others boasting thicker, more substantial lengths up to 3 millimeters wide. As the freshly cut noodles emerge from the cutting machine, they are immediately dusted with a fine coating of cornstarch or tapioca starch. This prevents the strings from sticking together and helps maintain their strands during the subsequent processing steps. The noodles are then gently conveyed to the next stage of production, where they will undergo a crucial transformation that sets ramen apart from other types of output. This next step is the steaming process, which partially cooks the noodles and sets their distinctive curly shape. The strings are passed through a large steaming chamber where they are exposed to pressurized steam for a precisely controlled period, typically between 1 to 2 minutes. The steam not only cooks the noodles, but also causes them to absorb moisture, resulting in a softer, more pliable texture. As they exit the steamer, they are quickly cooled to prevent overcooking and to set their shape. Following the steaming process, the noodles move on to the drying stage. This is a critical step in ramen production, as it reduces the moisture content of the noodles, extending their shelf life and preparing them for long-term storage. In many factories, this is accomplished using massive conveyor belt dryers that can process thousands of kilograms of strings per hour. The noodles are spread out in a thin layer on the conveyor belt and pass through a series of chambers with carefully controlled temperature and humidity levels. The drying process typically takes between 30 to 60 minutes, during which time the string's moisture content is reduced from around 35% to less than 12%. This not only helps preserve the noodles, but also concentrates their flavor and improves their texture when rehydrated. Throughout the drying process, quality control technicians monitor the strings closely, ensuring that they achieve the perfect level of dryness without becoming brittle or losing their characteristic chewiness. Once the noodles have been dried to the ideal moisture content, they are ready for packaging. In modern factories, this process is largely automated, with high-speed packaging machines capable of producing hundreds of packets per minute. The noodles are first portioned into individual servings, typically weighing between 85 to 100 grams. These portions are then sealed into airtight plastic or paper packages, often along with a small sachet of flavoring powder or liquid concentrate. The packaging process is designed not only to protect the noodles from moisture and contamination, but also to create an attractive and informative product for consumers. Many ramen packages feature colorful designs and appetizing images of the prepared dish, along with nutritional information and cooking instructions. Some premium brands even include separate packets for different components of the flavoring, allowing consumers to customize their experience. With the ramen noodles packaged and ready for distribution, they enter the final stages of their journey from factory to consumer. The packaged snack is first moved to a warehouse facility, where it is stored under carefully controlled conditions to maintain its quality and freshness. These warehouses are massive structures, often covering tens of thousands of square meters and capable of holding millions of ramen packages. The storage conditions in these warehouses are crucial to preserving the quality of the food. The temperature is typically maintained between 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, with humidity levels kept below 60%. This helps prevent the growth of mold or bacteria that could spoil the product. Advanced inventory management systems track the location and age of each batch, ensuring that older stock is distributed first to maintain freshness. The global reach of ramen is truly staggering, with annual production figures in the billions of packages. Japan alone, the birthplace of instant ramen, produces over 5 billion servings per year. Worldwide, the figure is estimated to be over 100 billion servings annually, enough to provide more than 13 bowls of ramen for every person on Earth. This massive scale of production has led to significant innovations in manufacturing efficiency. Modern factories are marvels of automation, with some facilities capable of producing up to 4 million packages of ramen in a single day. These factories operate around the clock, with teams of skilled technicians and quality control experts ensuring that every package meets the high standards consumers have come to expect. The ramen industry has also been at the forefront of developing new flavors and varieties to cater to diverse global tastes. While traditional flavors like shoyu, soy sauce, and miso remain popular, manufacturers have introduced an astounding array of options to appeal to local palates. From tom yum flavored ramen in Thailand to cheese ramen in South Korea, and even chocolate ramen as a novelty item in Japan, the variety seems endless. Whether you prefer your ramen traditionally prepared in a steaming bowl of broth or enjoy the convenience of an instant cup, the next time you savor this delightful dish, you'll have a newfound appreciation for the incredible journey it has taken. From the wheat fields to the high-tech factories, from the cargo ships crossing vast oceans to the local shops in your neighborhood, ramen truly is a global food with a fascinating story to tell. If you enjoyed learning about how ramen are made, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content on food production.